that word is called Rafa. Okay. If you look at this word, Aqridullah, in this case, Allah is not doing anything. We are giving loan to Allah.
But you write Allah give loan. So we give
loan to Allah.
Give loan to Allah.
Yeah. Aqridu means give loan to Allah, to Allah. So we are saying, or Allah is saying, give me some loan. So Allah is not doing anything. Here Allah was doing something. He was creating here. But here He is receiving something.
Okay.
He's not giving something.
Okay.
He's taking it, right? So this means He is not a doer, but in English there is no word, so being done. Done to. Means we are doing something to Allah. It's we're giving Him some loan, right? In Arabic this is called maf'ul. It's called maf'ul. Maf'ul is a receiver, not a doer. Like giving and taking. Okay? Its signature is that it has a fatah on it. Okay? And when a word has fatah on it, it's called nasab. And in English it's called object. So if you see the same word that sometimes comes with a dhamma, sometimes comes with a fatah, how it is used in this sentence makes it a dhamma or a fatah. And these are the reasons for that. Okay? This one, minallahi, okay? So min here means from. This is a harf-e-jar. Harf-e-jar puts a kasra on the last letter. We have been saying this all along. So whenever there is a harf-e-jar or a preposition, it changes the last letter to a kasra. Okay? And so it is a kasra here, and this is called jar. Okay? So whenever you see these kind of things in the Quran, and they are everywhere, the same word sometimes will come with the dhamma, sometimes will come with the fatah, sometimes will come in kasra. Because how it is being used in this sentence will make it either a rafa with a dhamma, or a fataha with a nasab, or kasra as a jar. So these are basically the names of these three different states. Like in the Quran, if you're reading, you will see Rabbul Alameen somewhere. Then somewhere else you will see Rabbal Alameen. Somewhere you will see Rabbil Alameen. Rabb is having three different states. Okay? So it's like Ghafurur Rahim. Somewhere you say Ghafurun, somewhere you say Ghafurin, somewhere you will say Ghafuran. Okay? How it is used. You will see, and I'm going to write down that here, just for an example. When you say Muhammadun Rasulullah, Muhammadun is, okay? It means Muhammadun is in the Rafa state. Okay? When you say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Okay? And you will also see Muhammadin. So you see all three different states, the word. So all the Arabic words which are originated in Arab, they can be spoken in three different ways. They can be spoken with a two dhammas or two fathas or two kasras, or one dhamma, one fatha, one kasra. How and why? They have to meet these conditions. Okay?
It's very important.
Okay, I'm still not clear with the last one. One is doing, the other one is receiving.
Yes.
Then the other one is what?
Other one, because this min is there.
Preposition.
Preposition, it comes before the noun.
But this is not true or the noun, right? Like place is a noun.
Okay, so I'll come to that. Let me explain that to her. These two cases were giving and taking. Okay? This is very independent case. This happens whenever there is a preposition before that.
Before noun.
Before noun. Okay? Min, inda, ala, bi. Okay? When you say Bismillah, ba, bi is making ismi. Okay? Kasra. Okay. So whenever there is a harf-e-jar is a preposition. If there is a noun after that. Okay? Now, so these rules are not universal rules because if there are some words which are imported from other languages, they do not go through these things. For example, the word Musa. In the Quran, it will be always Musa because Musa is not an Arabic word. Okay? Ibrahimi will not be there because it's a partly Arab, partly non-Arab. Okay? Then there are some other words. For example, you will see samawatu and samawati. You will not see samawata. Okay? So there are exceptions. You will see jannatun, jannatin. You will never see jannatan in the Quran. Okay? So there are certain other rules and exceptions. But this is the general rule for the nouns. That they will change their state from rafa to nasab to jar depending how they are being used in the sentence. Okay? So this rule is very important to understand if you want to understand why the words keep changing in the Quran.
ده بالنسبة للبوك. ياخد
So inshallah we'll stop here.
Exactly.
Sister Aisha.